Welcome to Good Times with Alex and Ryan. I'm Ryan Sprague. You can follow me on any social media at Ryan W. Sprague. Alex.
What's going on? Mahalo to my two friends here. Special guest, Mike Richardson, is joining the Good Times gang again tonight. He was such a huge hit last time in the junior high episode. The people wanted more, and Ryan, we're going to give them more.
We brought him back.
That? Woo! We brought him back. He's the McRib of the Good Times gang. You can follow me on Twitter at VanDollar15. You can follow me on YouTube at Alex Vanover. You can follow me on the Instagram at Alex Vanover15. And I want to have a big Good Times welcome to Mike Richardson coming back.
Oh,
good to have you, buddy.
Good to be here. Excited. Let's have some fun today.
All right.
All right. You hear that? Listen. You're not listening like me. That's the sound of the Good Times train getting ready to roll. All right. So you got to make
like a big choo-choo train.
Woohoo! We got to make sure to hit that subscribe, follow button, and then make sure to hit for post notifications because you don't want to miss that train again. It's coming.
You don't want to get hit by the FOMO train. You want to get hit by the Good Times train.
Woohoo!
Hey, Ryan, the other day I saw Mackenzie was out frisbee golfing and he was wearing a Good Times with Alex and Ryan t-shirt. What do you think about that?
I think that's pretty awesome. Best merch you can ever get right there.
Hey, Ryan, speaking of the best merch ever, where can you get that merch?
Only teespring.com, the official Good Times merch. Teespring, Good Times with Alex and Ryan.
That's right. So if you guys want to be Good Times official, like Domingo, like Mackenzie, like myself, like everybody else that looks handsome or beautiful in their new Good Times swag, go to teespring.com. But let's end the commercial right here. We're done. We're not sponsored by Teespring. Let's get into the episode, Ryan. What are we doing today, bud?
We are doing Would You Rather.
We're doing Would You Rather, but this is going to be the second time that we are going to do a Good Times Funny But True Fact. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
All right. Good Times Funny or True Fact. We're only going to do one. So we're going to do one from now on at the top of the show. All right. Ancient Romans would actually use urine to whiten their teeth. Mike, what do you think about that?
Fact. No. Well, do as the Romans do. Maybe it works. Like these white strips really do hurt your gums, so maybe those are a little less painful. So
you can just see Mike going to Rome, and he's like, "Well, do as the Romans. When in Rome, do as the Romans."
To me, it's always the next layer. It's like, how did they apply it? Was it like a mouthwash, or was it like, did they build these odd trays and they like set them in their mouth and walk around and go, "I'm just whitening teeth with my piss. Don't worry about it."
I told you it's not a fetish. I'm trying to whiten my teeth. Gosh. All right. That was your Good Times Funny But True Fact of the night. Ryan, did you have anything else to add?
That's one time I wouldn't do as the Romans if I was a Roman.
Ryan, do you have any more things to say about urine, Ryan?
Alex, do you have your chat up? Because
I got Gangsta Cat TV
Gangsta Cat
is
TV
in the house.
Woo!
And Gangsta Cat TV actually caught part of the live stream. He's a slick one. Gangsta Cat TV is turning into one of the best Good Times gang members out there. So big shout out to Gangsta Cat TV.
Woo! All right.
We got one more. We got one more new segment. Since we don't have any sports going on, the Good Times gang is going to bring just a small part of sports to your life right now. We're going to have the Good Times Crazy Stat of the Day. Woo, baby! Woo-hoo! Crazy Stat of the Day.
Let's hear it.
All right. I'm going crazy just thinking about it. Come on now.
All right, Mike, buckle your seatbelt up and tell Fat Alex behind you to buckle his too.
Hey, let's get that buckled, bud.
All right. Pirates pitcher Harvey Haddix threw 12 perfect innings versus the Milwaukee Braves on May 26, 1959. Unfortunately, he pitched 13 innings that day, and he took the loss. He had 0 run support, for his 12 innings of perfection. He went 13 innings pitched. He gave up 1 hit, 1 run, 0 earned runs, and he had 8 Ks, and he got tagged with the loss. Ryan, what do you think about that?
It's like he's just, come on, guys. Come on. He's like the one-man team there. He's like, oh. It's like, you should learn how to hit home runs too. It's like, I got to do that too.
Are we sure he wasn't a Seattle Mariner? Because that sounds like they're kind of stat.
Yeah, it's like Felix Hernandez's life story.
His record was like 6-15 with like a 2 ERA.
He won the Cy Young with more losses than he had wins, didn't he?
You know, if it's how that checks out. Let's be honest, that totally checks out.
It's like he's the new Harvey Haddix in 1959 is the new DeGrom right now. It's like his ERA is like 1.5 and he's striking out like 250 batters a year, but he's getting no run support. That would be so frustrating. That would be more frustrating than having to whiten your teeth with piss, I think. In the radio biz, we call that a callback. That's a callback. I just went back. All right, Ryan. You guys got anything else to say about poor Harvey Haddix?
That's rough, man. I mean, yeah.
All right.
Only thing worse than that would be a relief pitcher in that time period. They just didn't play.
Yeah, if you were gonna start back then,
You're finished.
you would just be like, no, dude, you're going the whole game, whether you've given up 20 runs or fucking 2 runs. Excuse my language. Gangsta Cat's gonna catch that too.
Man, we gotta find that and edit.
Darn it.
Just a family program. I guess you could put like explicit. We got to put explicit on this.
Gangsta Cat's ripping into me over there in the chat.
Yeah, I saw you throwing some.
Basically calling me Uncle Buck over there. That's
Still
awesome.
want one of those pancakes.
That's all right. I love pancakes. My dad could only make one meal: be gigantic pancakes and hamburger patties, and we never had buns. And we always we had ketchup, but it was a fancy ketchup packet.
Yeah, I remember those pancakes. They were fantastic. Let's be honest. I mean, if you're gonna make one thing, make it great.
Mm-hmm. Just go all in.
There's no shocker in it either. It's like we're making pancakes and they're gonna be fantastic. You kids are in for a real treat today.
Uh-oh. OG John is in the chat, boys.
OG John.
Is he asking for a free shirt yet?
Not yet.
All right, Ryan, should we start the Would You Rather right now?
Yes, let's do it. Come on.
All right.
Would you rather, either or. Do you like that theme song I just made up there for it?
Love it.
Quite like
Love
it.
it.
Segment. Our new segment.
All right. Would you rather, number 1, if you could make one rule for a day and everyone had to follow it, what would it be?
What would it be? Everyone have to follow a rule? That's not a what you rather.
I know it's not. I kind of let off with the wrong one. But this is good. Go ahead, Ryan.
Maybe Mike can take this one first while I think
All right,
of it.
Mikey.
Yeah, I mean, I drive a lot, so for me, it's just following the actual rule of slow cars in the right lane.
Oh, that's your rule?
That is my rule. If for just one day, I would love to see every slow car actually in the correct lane to allow us that are going a little bit above the speed limit to go by. It would just be a real treat for me.
I know what my rule for the day would be.
What's that?
Anybody that encounters me at any point during the day has to give me $100.
I'll up you on that.
Okay. All right.
all the top 1% has to give me half of their money.
Hey man, Twitter, that almost happened on Twitter yesterday. Did you see Twitter got hacked? And all the blue check marks, all the verified check marks were asking for people to send like Bitcoin because they'd send you 2 times the amount of Bitcoin.
Yeah, that was an internal hack. That was someone from inside the Twitter doing that.
I thought that was Elon Musk trying with Bob and Doug were actually in charge of that social media platform.
Are you gonna make homeless people as Gangsta Cat TV? Are you gonna make homeless people, Alex, give you $100? Huh? That doesn't sound very nice to me.
Well, Gangsta Cat TV, it is a rule, and it's punishable by 30 days in jail or a fine, which will also be paid to me. So yes, I will. All right. Here's the first would you rather question, boys. You guys ready? The first actual would you rather.
Okay.
All right. Would you rather have nosy neighbors or noisy neighbors?
No,
you guys have the floor.
Nosy neighbors.
Okay, why?
Not nosy neighbors because they are really good security system. So, like if you're gone and they see something not right, they're more likely to call the authorities. So that's why I would rather have nosy neighbors.
Okay. What about you, Mike?
Oh, noisy for sure. See, the problem with nosy neighbors are, say you say they don't notice like your pattern for a day, they start calling the police to do a welfare check on you. So you're constantly getting people to come by going, "Hey, we got a call about you guys. Your neighbor noticed that you didn't walk by the window at 4:45 p.m. today. They're quite concerned about it." Plus, with noisy neighbors, you can kind of get them back a little bit because say that they're out partying until 3, 4 in the morning. I get up early, so 6:30, I don't mind making some noise, turning on the music, cranking it up, having some fun, waking their ass up. So this will be kind of a fun way to get back at them a little bit. So I'm going to go with noisy neighbor. Alex?
I would rather have noisy neighbors, for one, because I have noisy neighbors right now and I've adapted to it. There's a 3-year-old or a 2-year-old that lives above us and literally runs more than Steve Prefontaine did when he was training for the Olympics in Munich. I would rather have noisy neighbors, and I'll tell you why I don't want nosy neighbors, because if I wanted to live in an HOA, I'd live in an HOA. I don't need people up my ass the entire time. So that's my answer. It's not funny, but it's just the truth. All right. Moving on to the next question, boys.
All right.
Would you rather only be able to whisper or only be able to shout?
I would say, oh man, wow, I would say whisper, because, if I like say something to myself, like maybe in the bathroom, I don't want people to just be like, "What's going on in there?" like I'm, oh, I hurt my face. Just they're like, "What the?" You know what I mean? Like, you want some private moments, but you can't, because every time you speak, it's loud and obnoxious. And you're trying to read to your kids when they're sleeping. Like, hey, the little kitty jumped over the fence. Like, Dad, I'm trying to sleep.
I would rather.
You never have those intimate moments.
I would rather only be able to whisper because then if I was trying to get laid, I could just always be in immediate bedroom talk. That would be good. Like, what's up, baby? Why don't you come over here to Alex, the crazy old weird uncle that Gangsta Cat TV says I am. Come here, baby. And I would also, I guess if I was whispering, whoever I was talking to would immediately think what I was saying was important, so they'd pay attention to me closer.
You're like the Godfather. Come here, let me.
Yeah, exactly. If you're whispering something, it's probably important. But if that's all I can do, they have no idea that most of the things I'm saying is just garbage.
I may ask you for a favor one day, and today is not that day, but that day may come.
Mike, did you answer yet?
No. I think it's odd thinking of you whispering though, because you were always considered the loud friend. Like even when you weren't being loud, you were blamed for being loud. That's just
okay. I know exactly where you're going with this.
No, it's just true. It's our whole lives have always been that way. I think it's kind of a down and distance thing. Like for me personally, whispering would be a lot easier for my life. But imagine like a professional wrestler or an athlete. Like, could you imagine the Ultimate Warrior or Macho Man not having the ability to yell? Like if they had
No,
to whisper
no.
everything up there?
But what you what you could do though is they'd have to, if they spoke into a mic and the mic like amped it up to like so they whisper like, oh yeah, and then it changes the voice to like, oh yeah, you know. So you can do that, but you cannot like tone it down if you're speaking loud.
I think technology helps with this today too, because really you don't have to yell. You can just text and all caps.
Yeah, but texting gets so like. Have you ever text somebody and you're like, someone asks you a question and you just answer very short and curtly, but you're not meaning to be short and curt because you're just answering, and then they'll write you back like, "What's wrong? Is everything okay? Like, why are you being so mean to me?" It's like, I'm texting. You can't tell the inflection of my voice because it's a text for one thing. That bugs the crap out of me. Does that happen to you guys?
Constantly. It happens daily basis. Yeah.
Mike, speaking of me getting accused of being loud when I wasn't being loud,
Yes.
your dad, Bill, the night before a bowling tournament, you and Mackenzie were staying up playing video games, and I was the only one who had went to sleep.
Yes.
And it was like 11 o'clock, and we probably should have been in bed at like 10. Well, your dad burst in the door, and he woke me up because he's like, "Alex, shut your mouth! We got a bowl in the morning." And I'm asleep. You two were the ones up. I'm just passed out. And then Bill's like, "Hey, sorry. I was going to have to take you out back and hose you down. I apologize." Like, the one time, he thought it was me, and it wasn't even me.
That's so him. Like, because I remember, like, I didn't spend a lot of time at Mike's house, but the one.
Yeah, me either.
But the one time. Yeah, right. The one time when you were getting, like, accused of paintballing his house, he raised his voice like that, so I can picture it.
"Hey, I know you did. Alex, I know you did it. I already sprayed it down. You see those tacos in there? There's a plate with your name on it. But if you don't admit to it, you ain't getting shit. It ain't gonna happen. So deal with it."
It could have just
Alex, the paintball said Alex V. It was spelled out that way. How could it not?
My dad was like,
not be you.
My dad's like Perry Mason. He not only solved the crime, but he would investigate the whole thing, and then he'd put the guy on trial too. Like he just did all of it. Like,
yeah, no, seriously, he figured out the clues, got me in a situation that was compromising, had something that he could withhold from me, which was dinner, and then got a confession all within 30 minutes.
You being the most
nice
honest
little Perry Mason
ever.
Episode right there.
It is. It's a great one.
I know. All right, guys. Next would you rather question. Would you rather live in your dream home in a terrible location or live in an awful home in a dream location?
Oh, I want this one first. I want this one first.
Go ahead, Mike.
This is a hard question because you truly can live in your dream home in, say, like deep woods, Mississippi for probably $12, $15. But I don't want to live there. You could put me in a grass shack in the most beautiful part of Hawaii, and I'd be the happiest guy ever. So I'm going to go crappy home in a dream location.
Beautiful. What about you, Ryan?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Crappy home, dream location. Just because, I'm thinking of a nice home in a bad location. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'd want, a nice home in, South Central, or Compton, South Dallas, or, Chicago, bad part of Chicago. It's just, no.
I would rather have since I basically did live in a bad home in a nice location on Broadway, I can handle it, but I wouldn't want to live in a nice home in a terrible neighborhood because either you're getting robbed all the time from people in your neighborhood who are jealous of you, or you have people constantly coming over to borrow things from you. So most situations would be awful. Yeah, I'm in 100. So we're in 100% agreement on that.
You ever notice that like really nice homes have more bathrooms than bedrooms?
Yeah. Your house when we were kids, Mike.
Well, no, it had 2 bathrooms. I'm just thinking about like you'll see these mansions and it's like, well, you know, it's got 6 bedrooms and 14 and a half baths. And it's like, do we need the half bath? Could we not have just finished that one out? Or why do we have 14 Why do we have 14 bathrooms?
Gangsta Cat TV brought up a good point though about if you live in a bad area, you could just have really big walls all around it. That's kind of how they did it in the nice area of Dallas. They just walls all the way around. Like, so
is Gangsta Cat's TV's last name Trump?
Yeah.
no, I mean, but that's
put up a wall. Screw him. Fat, loud Alex the uncle doesn't want to do it. Screw him.
That's just normal how they do it.
Okay. Well, I've never had money, so I've never had the option to build a fence. So
you could go, drive around the rich neighborhoods and see a lot of walls.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what I'm doing in my life right now, Ryan, is I'm trying to break down the walls, okay, that block me from my dreams. All right. All right. Hey, Ryan. Here's a question. This isn't a would you rather. If you guys didn't have to sleep ever, what would you guys do with the extra time?
I would study programming and stocks and make a lot of money.
Okay. All right. That's a great answer. Mike?
I'd travel just nonstop because you don't have to pay for a hotel. You just find somewhere you could just get a shower quickly and just
you could
on
just
the go. Traveling would be so cheap. Like, oh, I'm good. I don't need to sleep. I'm just going to keep going and just.
Oh, that's true.
Good old time.
You could just go to lobbies and get the free coffee and the free scones and stuff, and just be on your way.
I walk in with my shirt tucked in, a fanny pack, just be like, "Good morning." Just grabbing a coffee and some continental breakfast scone, wandering around like I belong there. Oh, great beds, huh? Fantastic.
And they have no idea. The front desk would have no idea, Mike.
That's not really a place that somebody pulls one over either. You don't just walk into the Holiday Inn Express and get the hot breakfast because you don't belong there. I mean, nobody's going to think you're not going to get. I mean,
I was at a company meeting once, and I went over to there was some food there. I was going to go ahead and grab some. Someone says, "Yeah, that's not for you. That's for a different company over there." I was like, "Oh, don't mind if I do." And, nope.
Did you walk over with shifty eyes? That always is a no.
No,
you just got to go in pure confidence. Just go grab it. Don't anybody talks to you. Just don't answer. You just grab what you need and you nod and you walk off.
Well, thank you for teaching me those ways.
Confidence will get you far, man. It get you all sorts of good things.
Well, the person at the front desk in those hotels are probably just making minimum wage. They just got on their shift. They don't give a crap if you're eating the scones or not.
They're waiting for the lady to come up and complain that the coffee is empty. The decaf has been empty for 12 minutes.
Well, that's because I didn't make any, bitch. I put it out because my supervisor wanted it out, but I didn't think anyone was going to drink it.
All the blueberry mini muffins are gone. I love it.
I actually have experience in that exact field. I worked at a hotel restaurant for 8 years, so I've been asked about decaf a million times my entire life. And it's always at 11:57 when it's just about time to switch over to lunch at noon. Well, if it doesn't put you out, I'd love a cup of decaf. It's like, no, I'd love to grind some decaf for you and mix up right now as I'm switching over the line for lunch. That would be great.
I can't wait. Steaming hot cup of decaf waiting for you, lady.
Ryan, here's another one. Would you guys rather feel like someone is always listening to you or someone is always following you?
Oh, man, I don't want either of those.
Mikey, take the floor.
I would take well, you asked me, and then you give it to Mike. I mean,
well, you said you didn't want it.
No, I
flopped, huh?
No, I didn't. I said I don't want either of those, but I guess I would take the listening rather than the following, because Because it's like that Family Guy episode where the guy is following the guy with the trumpet. And he's like, boom, 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 boom. he's like, stop it! Stop following him.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel like there's somebody behind me right now watching this whole episode. It's kind of creeping me out. Sure.
He's about ready to eat you.
He's pointing at something. I'm not sure. He's really excited.
I look like I got stung by a whole hive of murder hornets. I look like Will Smith in Hitched.
Oh man!
I just watched that.
Yeah, he gets stung by the bees, and he looks in the mirror. He's like, "Woo!"
Sometimes my TV gets stuck on TBS too, and I have to watch it.
He ate food he was allergic to.
Oh yeah. I kind of remember that he was on a date with Eva Mendes or something.
Yeah.
All right. I think Ryan, since you asked me, I think my answer would be. Thank you for asking. You're so focused on the chat right now. All three of our followers. One of them hates me. Gangsta Cat TV doesn't like me. But you're worried about what he's going to say rather than me. All right, here we go. I think I'd rather be followed, because if someone's listening to you at all times, you don't have plausible deniability anymore. You can't say, "Oh, I didn't say that," because they're always listening. But if someone's trying to follow you, you have a chance of getting away. You have a sporting chance. So I'm going to say I'd rather be followed.
Mike.
Right?
I don't know. It sounds like a nightmare to me, like when you're running and you can never get away.
Mike, what was your answer?
I think I'd rather be followed. I mean, I'm kind of getting that feeling right now, so it's not so bad. It really.
Well, Ryan, isn't the point of our social medias and the podcast to get followed?
Okay.
Get followed.
I need thousands of followers.
You don't want any followers, huh?
Oh
man, Gangsta Cat. I think Gangsta Cat took a picture of me and made it an emoji.
No.
Yes, look at it. Look at the chat. That's great. All right, Ryan, would you rather lose the ability to read or lose the ability to speak?
Ooh, I love reading. I also like speaking. It would probably be reading, because I can speak, and I would rather speak than read.
Mikey?
I think I'd rather lose the ability to speak, but not being able to read kind of just freaks you out, because I just think about, I mean, actually maybe not, because we don't need to read much anymore. I mean, we kind of got to figure it out. I mean, you can go to McDonald's and you don't even need to know what it says up there. You're like, oh, that's a number 3, without even having to know the number. But I don't know. It seems like today's world, it's a lot more important for you to be able to read stuff and respond that way, and then actually having to say something.
Well, Mike, I'm a child of the 80s, as are you, and as is Ryan. I've seen almost every episode of Highway to Heaven, and I'm going to say I would rather lose the ability to read, because every episode of an 80s daytime show I watched, or primetime sitcom, had a character who was an elite athlete who gets found out that he can't read later on, but he still gets girls, he still gets his scholarship, and life is still pretty damn good for him. So I'm going to say I would rather lose the ability to read. Thank you, 80s TV. All right.
Gangsta Cat says just text people.
Well, I mean, that is
also
true.
You could get something like to read stuff to you also. So if you can't read, you get audio.
Ryan, audio, video.
Oh man,
flashback.
Oh.
All right, guys. Would you rather be covered in fur or covered in scales?
Oh, gosh.
Well, I mean, it's temperature based. Let's just pretend it's here. fur would probably be a lot easier here. I mean, there's some cold days. I think I can handle it. Go inside when it's too hot. Not slither around all over the place.
Slither around.
Nobody wants to invite Mike over because he just scales all over their furniture.
Oh, great. He shed his scales again.
Oh, Mike's molting again over there.
Last time we invite him over. Can't do anything nice.
Ryan, what's your answer, bud?
Teen Wolf it. Just because I can shave it off, right? So.
Yeah, but werewolves, like, whenever they shave it off in movies, they just, like the Santa Claus with Tim Allen when his beard just comes back.
It just goes back.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm in big trouble.
Big trouble.
I think I'd rather have fur because I'm kind of dealing with that in real life anyway, and I'm handling it okay. Nicole does have to shave my back every once in a while, so I'm not sure she's such a big fan of it. But, yeah, I would say fur for sure. For the win. Lock it in. I don't even need a lifeline on that one.
All right, what's next?
All right. Would you rather have all traffic lights you approach be green or never, ever have to stand in line at a store again?
Ooh.
Traffic lights. Because I think that you can order online anyways. So.
And you like to go fast anyway. So if you,
exactly.
if you had a chance to drive fast, you're all in it, right?
My pedal will be all the way down anyway, so.
Mike?
I would have to say the traffic lights, because tell me when that does happen where you have a long commute and you got every green light, you have to share that. You always tell somebody, it's like, man, I got every green light on my way here. It was the most amazing thing I've never in my life. It would just be, but maybe it takes away the excitement of that. And then you're like, no, another green. I guess it's I'll just go. But no, I'm definitely green light.
You know how dangerous that would be if they were just turning green and the roads weren't clear yet, though? It was like, it was just like, oh, it's green, boom, T-bone. Like, because it's like the devil who made the deal with you or something, so it's like you're just dead on the first green light. It's not supposed
They're
to be
all green, kid.
They're all green. This is what you wish for, right? Yeah, I'm going to have to say I would never want to wait in a line again, because especially with COVID right now, my least favorite thing is to look for the little red handprint where it says 6 feet behind. Because first of all, nobody follows that. Second of all, there's always some weirdo who's standing really close to me without a mask, even though the store door says can't come in without a mask. He's like, hey, can you believe that there's actually 400 calories in a Handy Snacks? And I'm like, hey, guy, I don't know. Stop trying to make small talk about snacks from the 90s.
You sure that wasn't Aaron?
Yeah. Aaron's like, hey, I just left my house for the first time in like a month.
What's going on out there?
Yeah. They're all out of ecto coolers. I can't believe it.
Got all these green lights.
Yeah. Actually, that's part of his packet, or part of his perks that he gets from the Air Force, is he doesn't get green lights and he doesn't have to wait in line anymore. You didn't know that?
I didn't, but I'm not surprised.
Okay. All right, moving on. Would you rather go back to the age of 5 with everything you know now, or would you like to have everything you're going to learn in the future put into your brain now?
Go back to 5.
Okay.
No.
Just to be the king of the 5-year-olds, is that what you want to do, right?
That's right. So like, it's all relative. So if you're older, like, you would really want to go back to 5. But if you're like, say, 10 years old, you'd probably want all the knowledge in right now. So that's, oh, sorry. What do you think? Yeah.
I think,
Mike, what about you, bud?
I'll take the knowledge and go forward now. I think we're all lucky to be here. So, like, I don't want to chance that again, because this is going to get in my head at 5, like, okay, I know way too much, and somehow I'm going to screw this up between now and today. So if I just take it now and go on, I think we'll be good to go. So we'll enjoy the benefits with all the past that's already happened.
I think that I would rather go back to 5, because that would free up so much more time for activities at that age, I think. If I just knew everything and knew the homework and knew the answers to all the tests. If I go Yeah, I would rather have that. There's so much more pickleball I could play. I could get smacked in the face with so many more tether balls. I could play so much more handball. There's so many things I could do. Square dancing, Ryan. I could pull a couple more numbers off because I don't have to do homework. I'm a genius. I wouldn't want to go to the future because who says, I'm 36. Who says I'm going to learn anything else before I'm dead? I'm having a hard time learning how to Photoshop right now, Ryan. So I don't have a lot of faith in myself. I'm going back to 5 with you, dude. We're going back to Bangor Elementary.
Woo! Banger. Here we go. The snobby Banger kids.
You guys be nice to me when you get back there.
Yeah, I'm going back, dude. Jesus, the almanac. Banger Sports Almanac. You got a safe, Mike? No, you don't got a safe. You got a waterbed, though. All right, here we go. Would you rather be forced to dance every time you heard music or be forced to sing along anytime you heard a song? Ryan?
Oh, man.
What say you, Ryan?
What say you? Well, I mean, you could do if you were forced to dance, you could do little dances like I don't know, like you wouldn't just. I don't know. I don't know because at work they have music going the whole time, so it would be very awkward talking to customers. like how do you talk and sing at the same time? And it would be kind of weird. Like, hi, how can I help you today?
Yeah, that would be hard.
How
what
do you
think,
dance?
Mike?
I don't know. How do I work? I can't even work with that.
How do you dance to jazz? I mean, that's the thing. It's like certain genres are tough, but I think they kind of go one together. I mean, you kind of have to sing when you're dancing. You ever notice that people are always singing when they're dancing?
Mike, I wouldn't know anything. Mike, I wouldn't know anything about singing at work. Would you know anything about me singing at work, Mike?
Oh, you made songs up every single day for years. You would use a song and change the lyrics to the song to whatever was going on in that moment. A very popular pop songs, rock songs, anything. It would just be if we were going to do Cutting Crew.
Oh yeah. Ooh, I just got another table tonight. I kind of want to kill myself now. It would be something like that, Ryan. Hey, I would say I would rather have to dance because that would get my cardio out of the way for the day so much quicker. I mean, if I'm literally dancing every time I hear music, I'm getting at least 3 hours of cardio in a day. So I don't end up like Fat Alex behind Mike again. So yeah, I'll be fine. I'm going with the dancing.
Now, so if your friends don't dance, are they no friends of yours?
Yeah, exactly. If they don't dance, then they're no friends of Ryan. You're not good times. You're not in the good touch gang. All right, Mike, yes. Ryan, would you rather wear a tuxedo to every occasion, or would you rather be horribly underdressed to every occasion?
Underdressed. At least it's comfortable.
There's that freaking slob Ryan again. Doesn't give a crap about how he looks. Here comes that dirtbag Ryan. You locked your answer in, Ryan. That's your answer. What about you, Mike?
Oh, I'm going tux all the way. Absolutely.
Although I think it's funny that you wore tuxedos to a job interview that requires you to clean toilets.
I love Step Brothers. That's such a funny movie.
Yeah, I'm going tuxedo. Mike and I are going to be the best dressed guys at Zumba class.
Easily. We're going to be Harry and Lloyd sitting at the bar, popping some bubbly. Well, Ryan's getting kicked out again.
I'll just pretend like I'm better than everybody at all times. It's like, oh yeah, there's Alex and Mike again in their damn tuxedos. Those son of a bitches think they're better than everybody else. Did you see the house they live in that really nice neighborhood too? These guys have not got their stuff together.
Still got more bathrooms and bedrooms though, so it must be nice.
They spent all their money on that damn tuxedo. They live in that shithole down in Bel Air.
You got to remember to put explicit on this one.
I didn't mean.
The only thing that's going to have explicit on it's Ryan's dirtbaggy outfit that he decided to wear.
Yeah.
To the
Ryan's daughter's got engaged, and he's got to give the speech at the wedding. He's wearing a potato sack.
The nicest thing he's got is like one of those old Navy Independence Day shirts from like 2004.
Well, that doesn't seem too bad.
And now the daddy-daughter dance. Look how beautiful Ryan's daughter looks on her wedding day. And Ryan literally has flies following him around from the buffet.
This burlap chafes.
All right, guys. Would you rather have all dogs try to attack you when they see you, or have all birds try to attack you when they see you?
Oh,
dogs. Yeah, dogs, because you can kind of see dogs around, but a bird could come out of nowhere. It's like, you're walking around, and all of a sudden, bam, head trauma from a big ass eagle coming down and clawing your eyes out.
I'll say this for my mom: her biggest fear in life is to be in the movie Birds. Like that is like her number one fear. So, out of respect for my mother, I'm going to say I would rather have dogs than birds.
I have a personal experience with dogs and birds. On the grade school playground, I got bit in the ass by Blackie, the little Labrador.
I remember that. That's what you get for going off campus.
Yeah, I went off campus to get this foxtail in grade school. And then with a bird, I got pooped on at the Weird Al concert, in the outdoor concert, by the big goose.
Yes, you did.
And I would say I was more mortified by the goose crapping on me than the dog biting me.
That was probably one of your greatest moments right there. How happy you were with that.
Well, when that little girl, I thought I wiped all of it off, and the little girl's like, pokes me on the shoulder, and she's like, "Excuse me, mister? Mister, you've got a whole bunch of goose shit still on your neck." I turned bright red. I was so embarrassed.
Upset.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
That was not a good time. That was a bad time.
We had a really good time.
We did. Mike, we just got into that concert, so they checked us for, like, drugs or, like, knives or whatever. And they're like, hey, if you leave, you can't come back in. So I get back in. We get admitted to the concert. We're in there for 2 minutes. I set my towel down. I got pooped on 2 minutes into the concert. So I had to stay at the 3-hour concert with goose crap all over me.
This is a true story. And it was a lot.
It was.
It
felt
was
like it felt like someone dropped like 2 large clumps of grass, wet grass on my neck.
I mean, there was probably wet grass in it.
Well, and it sucked because Ryan wasn't there that day. And normally when Ryan's with me in public, I can wipe off things onto his burlap sack because he doesn't give a crap about what he wears anyway.
Well, at least we were nice enough not to point it out the entire time they had bird crap on your shoulder.
All right. Here's the next one. Would you guys rather be famous and rich, but be ridiculed and thought a joke and just nobody likes you? Everybody, whenever you show up, they hate you, but you're rich and, famous? Or would you rather be extremely loved, the life of the party, super popular, but you dress like Ryan does in a burlap sack and you have no money?
Rich and hated.
Rich and hated. You could be president. Absolutely, you could be president of the United States.
Oh, Mike.
So, that's if you want to shoot for the stars, that might be the way. I think liked in a burlap sack sounds much better than rich and hated.
They're like, the guy can't dress at all, but man, is he a good time.
He's just a great human being. I really like him.
We always have to pick up the tab when we take him out, but man, is he a real treat to be around. I mean, this guy is a real Munson.
Oh,
he has
real
no money.
Munson.
He brings nothing financially to the table, but he is just a joy.
Goodness.
I think I would rather be popular and poor. I think I could make that work. You could, if you're that liked, you wouldn't really have to pay for anything, so everything would be on the arm because they want you there, right? Everybody's like, "Oh my God, Alex, he's broke as a joke, but we just love the guy. Bring him in. Everything's on the on the arm. You don't pay for anything. That would be great." All right, Ryan, Mike, here we go.
Okay.
Would you rather take amazing selfies, but all of your other pictures are horrible, or take breathtaking photos of everything but yourself?
I definitely would rather take breathtaking photos of everything but myself. I don't have social media, so I don't really have a reason to take a picture of myself. I mean, it just...
Says the guy with the best hair and the best tan and the best backdrop in this chat right now.
Well, definitely the best backdrop.
Yeah, look, we were in the middle of recording about 10 minutes ago, obviously, and I looked at you and I saw myself and I started laughing.
And I'll keep looking at it. It just makes me smile.
Ryan, what's your answer, bud?
What was it?
Would you rather be able to take amazing photos?
But
take
yeah.
photos?
Myself. I'd take
Selfies?
Yes. Let me take a
Okay.
selfie.
Ryan's got his little camera out. He's trying to take this amazing selfie of himself in sweatpants and a burlap sack. And he's rich too because he's rich and everybody just hates him. So they're like, "There's that son of a bitch Ryan taking those amazing selfies again." I don't know how they turn out so good. The guy's wearing a freaking sack of potatoes. They're just amazing. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, the actual photo of the goose after it pooped on me is available on Mike's backdrop right now.
Oh, man.
All right.
Oh,
All right, here we go. Mike,
yes.
I'm going to ask this question, and you're going to know exactly what I'm thinking before I say it,
Okay.
as far as a joke, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Okay.
Would you rather only wear one color each day or have to wear 10 colors each day? Whoever wants to answer, go ahead.
Oh, I would wear one color every day, just because
Okay.
it's easier. And
Okay.
have to match things and yeah, way easier. One color.
Well, I think potato sacks only come in one color anyway.
I was gonna
I think
say,
russet might be brown and light tan now, maybe. I'm not sure exactly what the colors are on the back. That could be a problem. Mike, what do you say?
I think I could go 10 colors for sure. For
Okay.
sure. I mean, and I know where you're getting at with this. So
Yeah, you know where I'm going.
I've seen it. It doesn't work, but you know what? Kudos.
I'm going to say multicolors because it doesn't say how much of the color has to be visible. So you could wear stripes or whatever and get away with it. My brother is famous with us. My brother Aaron loves wearing like red sweats, red shorts, red sweater, red shirt, red hat. And if he's not doing that, it's gray sweater, gray pants, gray socks, gray hat. And I always tease him. I always say that he looks like the Red Ranger from the Power Rangers. I'm like, go, Aaron Ranger.
When he's in his all grays, he looks like Little Mac from Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
I say when he's wearing the gray sweater that has all the holes in it and the gray pants, I'll be like, you look like Rocky when he's chasing chickens in the first Rocky movie. He just looks haggard, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, that was the first thing I thought of was like, this is my brother. I know what his answer would be, all one color.
I always think about how excited he was to find all those pieces of clothing in that specific Pantone of gray. in red. Like it's like perfectly matches too.
I know. My brother. It turns out my brother's a beautiful mind because like Bill Gates and like really success Elon Musk, those guys tend to wear the same type of clothes or the same outfit of clothes every day of the week because they don't want to use their time trying to decide what to wear. They want to use their time for productivity in other areas. So a lot of successful people tend to wear the same clothes every day. So maybe my brother's actually just a closeted genius.
It could be.
Yeah, everything else kind of points to him not being one though. So I'm gonna have to say he's not.
Just pulled one over on us. That's for sure.
All right, guys.
How many more we got, Alex?
We've got about 3.
All righty.
All right, now this one's a good one, guys. Would you rather have super sensitive taste or super sensitive hearing?
I will say I'd rather have super sensitive taste because at least I can make something that tastes great and deal with it.
Sure.
Being friends with Mackenzie over the years, having super sensitive hearing seems awful. Plus, I can't pretend like I didn't hear something. Like selective hearing is one of man's greatest things. And if I didn't have that excuse, life would be really tough.
Ryan, what do you think, bud?
Yeah, I think I agree with Mike there. I'd go with the taste. Yeah, because sometimes if it's too loud, it's like, it's just, you know what.
I'm going to say super sensitive hearing because you can always get earplugs. Super sensitive taste would be dangerous because if someone cut a big juicy fart in the room and I'm breathing and I can taste everything super sensitively, I don't want to taste your fart in my mouth. I don't want to taste your burp. I don't want to, because have you ever tasted someone's burp by accident when you're breathing and someone just burped or farted? Can you imagine if you could really taste it? How bad that would be?
Oh.
It's like, Ryan, you don't tell me you didn't fart. I know your brand. As a matter of fact, I tasted it just now, and I tasted it yesterday. I know what you've been eating, Ryan.
That was when I was drinking all that orange juice. That was terrible.
I could actually help my vitamin C intake by eating Ryan's farts.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, man.
All right. Here's a good question. I already know Ryan's answer to this. Would you rather find a briefcase with $10 million or actually find your soulmate?
$10 million? I want $10 million, man.
Diana's like, oh. How sweet.
How sweet. $10 million.
$10 million.
I'll buy my soulmate.
Mike?
Yeah, Ryan's right. I mean, $10 million, you got a lot of soulmates.
Yeah, hey, we're going to have a clean sweep of this category. I'm also going $10 million. I can have a different soulmate every night. Sorry, Nicole. All right. Would you guys rather have a horrible job and be able to retire comfortably in 10 years, but it's terrible? This job sucks. You're working doubles. You hate your boss. He hates you. You're not getting paid properly. You're not getting proper value for what you're worth. You get called in all the time. You can never get vacation. There's no PTO. The people you work for, the people that come in are all awful, but you get to retire in 10 years. Or would you rather make minimum wage at your dream job and have to work until the day of your death?
You know,
But you love it. Everything's great except the pay.
I'll go through hell for 10 years to get that early retirement. So I can live in that bungalow in Hawaii.
Bing, bing, bing.
Yeah, hello?
Hey, Mike. It's me, James.
Oh, God, not again.
James, I need you to come in. I know it's 3 a.m. and we're not open, but I got an idea.
I just got off.
4:30 a.m. brunch.
Are there people... Wait, have you pre-sold this brunch?
No, I just thought of it. Now get your ass down there and start cooking.
Do we have any food?
No, of course not. I'm going to give you a check. And I'm going to fight with you about the amount you spend the entire time. You got any more questions, genius?
Yeah, can I change my...
Hard 10 years.
Can I change my answer?
You're already locked in. Because, I don't know where my money is.
Oh, man.
Merry Christmas. Ryan, what's your answer?
Man, I can't decide. That's a tough one because I really want to retire, but I also, want a job that I'm fulfilled at. So I
Okay.
don't know. Yeah.
All right. That answer entertained absolutely nobody in this episode.
I'll be Ryan's proxy and answer for him. He will take the minimum wage job.
I'm gonna say I'll take the minimum wage job because that's basically what I'm doing right now at the radio. So if I do my math correctly, I can retire when I'm 117 from Fox. So
you're
yeah,
gonna look great.
yeah, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take the less pay. All right, last would you rather of the night, boys. Would you rather snitch on your crime or snitch on your best friend for a crime they did, or would you rather take the jail sentence for your best friend for a crime they did?
Well, it depends on what they did.
Well, okay, go ahead, elaborate.
This is like life. It ain't gonna happen. But, if it's something, and it's your best friend, I'll take the fall. Why not? I'll take the fall.
Yeah, it happens a lot. That's why they try and trick you when you get into the, with the depositions and stuff. Hey, your friend snitched on you. Are you gonna, say they're saying you did it? What, doing stuff like that. Like they're saying you did it. What do you got to say? I would say what happened because I'm not. I don't need to stick my neck out. But if someone did it, if they did it, they did it. So that's the law.
I'm gonna have to go with Gangsta Cat TV in the chat. I'm gonna say that I'm sorry, buddy. I'm snitching on your ass. Like you're going to jail. I'll see you in a year. Okay, sorry. You should have made better decisions, Ryan. When you put that freaking potato sack on and you were liked by nobody in town, you should have known not to put yourself in that situation, Ryan.
I'm snitching. Only guy in jail wearing a tuxedo though, so that'll be
yeah. Mike and I are in jail in tuxes, just looking fantastic. Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm definitely snitching. And if I had to go to jail, I'd just pull the Leonardo DiCaprio in the Departed. I'd just be doing dips the entire sentence, dips and push-ups, man. That's it. Ryan, what else you got for us? You got anything else in this episode, buddy?
No, not.
All right, Ryan, do the thing. End the show, buddy.
Okay. Hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in. We've been having a good time here finding out what we would rather do. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to hit like, subscribe, and all that other stuff. Hit the notification bell, and I'll see you later.
Ryan, don't forget 5-star reviews. Those are free. And telling a friend about the show is also free. So those are great ways you can help us.
And cure some of your FOMO. So, yeah.
Mike, thanks for being a guest tonight, buddy. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks for having me, guys. Don't forget to share your Bitcoin link on your pages.
Exactly. Yeah. Good. If you share one Bitcoin with the Good Times gang, we will send you nothing in return. So look into that. It's a good deal.
Later, everybody.
Mahalo. All right. That's episode